Hi, welcome to your channel, Generous, Gracious, and Gallant. I'm your host, Dr. Ghosh, and I'm back today with another very inspirational tale about living by eternal human principles. The hero who I'll be introducing today, inspirational Indian man, is Bikram Bahadur Jamatia. He won the Padma Shri in 2023. This is the first highest civilian award. He won it for his work towards the welfare of the tribals and taking a tough stand against terrorist organization, insurgency, and educating the tribals in the northeast about their welfare and avoiding the influence of these terrorist organizations. A truly inspirational human being, Bikram Bahadur Jamatia. His story is a story of courage and bravery. I'll be sharing more about Bikram Bahadur Jamatia shortly on the video, but before that, I'd like to give you a brief about myself and about the channel which I started 2 years back. Today on this channel, we have got 356 videos already uploaded on the channel. We've got over 1037 subscribers, or who I like to call as transformationists. Thank you, subscribers, transformationists, you make a difference. For those of you who have not yet subscribed or have come on to the first time to the channel, let me share with you that my mission is to ensure that the present and coming generations live by the eternal human principles. These eternal human principles, such as honesty, integrity, loyalty, respect for diversity, respect for womanhood, and others, are the only way forward for a conflict ridden mankind to achieve the golden age of mankind. Living by these principles is the only way to success. Discarding these principles is a shortcut to failure. Therefore, please join my mission of ensuring that we encourage the present and coming generations to live by these eternal human principles. I request you, please like my videos. Share my videos with your friends and family. Encourage them to subscribe and join our family of transformationists. Coming back to the story, inspirational Indian Bikram Bahadur Jamatia. He fought against terrorism and insurgency in Tripura. He is also a social worker and former Akra or head of Jamatia-Huda, which is an institution that looks after the rights and safeguards the cultural heritage of the Jamatia clan in Tripura. Bikram Bahadur promoted and safeguarded the indigenous people's cultural heritage. At the height of insurgency, stood up to NLFT, National Liberation Front of Tripura, a terrorist organization which wanted Tripura to secede from India and form an independent Tripura state, and was actively involved in insurgency and terrorist acts in Tripura. He also stood up to the ATTF, All Tripura Tiger Force, another militant group whose insurgency in the northeast caused much havoc in the tribal areas. He received the Deen Dayal Upadhyay National Integration Award towards his activities of safeguarding the integrity of India and standing up to the terrorists. He also received the Kalikinkar Debbarma Award for excellence in classical music. He used to visit in the early 90s the militant affected areas, ignoring multiple threats to his life, and motivated the tribals of Tripura to stand up against the insurgents. He also promoted the indigenous faith and cultural heritage of the Tripura tribals. He also stood up against religious conversions and was awarded the Padma Shri in 2023. 86-year-old Bikram Bahadur Jamatia is a story, is a man of extraordinary courage and conviction. He was an Akra, head of the Jamatia Huda, the apex socio-cultural religious body of the Jamatias, the primary tribal body in the state. He retired as a government employee and he stayed in Mahar in the North Tripura Kovai district. He says, when he received the Padma Shri, I was overwhelmed by the news of the award. It was a great honor and recognition of my work, and I am very thankful to the state and union government for this award, which I accepted on behalf of the Jamatia people. He said this when the district deputy commissioner Dilip Kumar Chekina informed him to come and receive the award. In the early 80s, there was a strong movement for an independent state of Tripura and expansion of Bengalis who had flooded Tripura post the partition in 1947 from Bangladesh. NLFT and ATTF, another front, NIZO National Front, used to arm these terrorist organizations and give them support. The Pakistani ISI, Inter-Services Intelligence, was also lobbying for an independent Tripura and was supplying them intelligence and arms. Bikram Bahadur Jamatia realized at that time as a government employee that the tribals would be the most affected by the militancy. Violence does not have an answer, and he knew that tribals and non-tribals would be most affected by this militancy. So he started campaigning against the militancy in tribal areas. He explained to the tribals that militancy does not solve any problems and totally halts all developments. Militancy leads to impoverishment, death, and displacement of the tribals. He was given multiple threats by the militants and ISI, but he said that I knew I was right and the power of truth was my shield. Tribals understand what he was saying and connected to him and supported him against the campaign of anti-insurgency. He gave much efforts towards tribal welfare, and the support of the tribals gave him strength, and he stepped up the campaign and he was successful in ensuring that militancy more or less came to an end in the state. The award of the Padma Shri in 2023 was a recognition which was long due for his efforts. His efforts in ending of insurgency, preservation of tribal indigenous faith practices, and against conversion has delayed his receiving of the award. He has made some enemies because of his efforts in preserving the tribal religion and against conversions. However, he remains a truly inspirational Indian, inspirational Northeast Indian, a inspirational tribal who did not cow down to insurgency and militant threats and brought about a change in Tripura state. Friends, Bikram Bahadur Jamatia, an inspirational Indian who made a difference to his community. Friends, I am sure you are inspired by these stories which I bring for you. True Indian stories, true stories of mankind at the very best, so that the present and coming generations' thought patterns change and they live by these eternal human principles. I request you once again, kindly subscribe to the channel Generous, Gracious and Gallant, and share these videos with your friends and family. Encourage them to subscribe and let us together embark on the journey of transformational. I'll be back soon with another very transformational video. Till we meet again, good luck, all the best, stay safe.